As much as I enjoy calling out all this corruption, calling out all of these dirty pedos, it's also beautiful to take a moment and be grateful. Be grateful not only for the generic things like our babies, which we should all be grateful for, but to be grateful for the opportunity to make a stand. Now, my stand means nothing if nobody stands with me. It doesn't mean I won't stand. It doesn't mean I won't call out corruption. It doesn't mean I won't stand up against these people who have become comfortable doing these things to our people. I know that if done right and done the way that I see things can unfold, I believe we can create a chain that will ripple throughout the planet. Indigenous cultures, native people, and also their fellow countrymen who are not native but have been there for generations, that are just sick of the same thing, sick of being taken for a ride, sick of these dirty pedos that run these systems. It's time for an upheaval. I have to sit here at the same time, realize that this may be some of the last moments I get with my daughter. I have 3 other children, and in this moment it's like I'm spending it with them, even though it's their sister. I'm grateful for every moment that I've ever got on this planet. There is a whole setup, so if I do end up going down, meaning that everything we have ready to unleash will all go, it'll all pop. But I do hope that doesn't happen. A lot of people think you're wishing it to happen. No, I don't wish it to happen. The only thing is, if you're willing to stand in the gap, stand against all of the corruption and all of this bullshit, you have to be willing to sacrifice yourself if necessary. And I've made peace with that, as I said many times. It is just weird to hold your child and think in a week's time, in 10 weeks' time, in a year's time, in 2 years' time, will I still be here? Obviously, tomorrow is not promised, but will I still be here by my own hands or by fate? Or will someone take it out of my own hands because of the way that I speak and the things that I speak against? Now, if that's the case, then so be it. But I am grateful for the opportunity to be able to stand in the gap. And everybody that does stand with me, thank you. I see all the messages. Even though I highlight a lot of hate messages, I get a lot more love. And thank you to all of my Maori people, all of my indigenous people around the world, all of my Pākehā people, people of every tongue, every ethnicity that reach out and are sick of this kind of stuff. It truly warms my heart. What you have to remember though, the power is in you. You can look at me as someone who's a savior, but I'm not a savior. All I am is a voice and a human being, a proud Māori man that is willing to stand in the gap for the downtrodden people, the people that the elites don't give a fuck about. And when I say elites, I'm not talking about all rich people, because some rich people are cool. Some rich people have a beautiful heart. They say money changes who you are. I don't believe that. I think money magnifies your insecurities and who you are. So if you're a giving person, you'll probably be more giving if you make a lot of money. There's been periods in my life where I've made some good money. I've also given a lot away. I'm grateful for the silence. My head, my DMs, my phone, my life is full of a lot of noise, so I don't get much silence. Those small moments that I do, I find them very precious. If you're coming on this journey with me to emancipate the minds of our people, bring about freedom in a different way, through transparency and accountability, then strap yourself in. I don't know how long I'll be on this ride for, but I'll give it my all until I fall off or until the mission is complete. If you want to connect, I'm approachable. If you want to have a conversation, I'm easy to reach. Much love to everybody that likes, shares, comments, spends any time pushing out any of my videos. Anybody that shares the same views or shares the same desire, whether it's against pedos, whether it's against corruption, transparency and accountability. It's something we should all strive for. See, all leaders should be ready for questions. They should not run from questions. If leaders run from questions, then they're probably not true leaders. Because any question you ask a true leader will either bounce off them or they can give you the answer for. Now, if there are no answers, then there is no truth. By people who hate me, which is a lot smaller than the people that love me. I understand it's not your fault unless you're one that's on the take, that's getting the money, and you just look at it as divisive, the way that I go about things. The old way didn't work. If we continue to do things the way that things have been, it doesn't work. The only way you change the system is you have to rebuild it. Before you can rebuild it, it must be pulled down. When I say pulled down, I'm not saying let's go and burn Parliament, none of that bullshit. It must be pulled down as in the corrupt people who sit in places and hold positions of power must be held to account. Transparency and accountability is something we must seek from these people. And if they can't uphold that, then they're not worth your follow, they're not worth your vote, they're not worth your support. Do I have every solution in the world? Hell no. I'm a 34-year-old fuck up. I fucked up so much in my life. And probably still continuing to now. But my heart is pure in this journey, in this kaupapa, to free our people. Free the human race from all of this rubbish. People talk about racism, but I don't really even understand that term because there's only one race and that's the human race. And I do believe that elites keep us fighting over the same shit. Race, black, white, brown, green. Just so they can keep fucking us without consent. Whether I have thousands of days left or my days are under 100 or I only have this next year, I'm going to give it my all to leave as huge of a mark as I can on this place, meaning Earth, meaning the social media space and any other space that I walk in, so that my children and my grandchildren knew that their koro, their grandfather, their father, although he may have been out the gate, weird kind of a man, he meant well and he stood for a purpose. It's going to take time, it's going to take a whole lot of people, but I believe we can do it. Small and consistent efforts over heroic and infrequent efforts, because you are what you do repeatedly. Sam Harvey, Mind the Mic Podcast, episode 252. Appreciate you all. Much love.